Hey guys, welcome back. It is an absolute gorgeous morning here in Michigan. September 17th, 2025. Blue sky, there's not one cloud in the sky. And I figured I'd go for a walk and show you guys this beautiful red tree at the end of the walk. I might have to cut this video up a little bit. I'm going on a super long walk. It's probably another, maybe a half a mile down the road. Now, I'll have to apologize. There are some loud cars going by. This is like a 55 mile an hour road back in farm country. But it's kind of fun to walk near the corn. You know, got some good old corn here. I don't know what kind of corn it is, but it's probably for like animals. You know, I don't know if it's sweet corn. Not a farmer. I didn't grow up around farms. But yeah, we'll just walk and talk, kind of just give you what's on my mind, more of a vlog style. I don't want to point you in the sun. This is kind of a nicer view with the blue sky background. But yeah, in general, it has just been very nice over the last, I don't know, week or so in Michigan. We got this second summer going on. It's going to be, I think, 80 degrees today and almost through the whole week. So that's really nice. Love it. And I haven't gone on this walk this far from my house. I mean, I go around my neighborhood and all that, but I haven't walked down this farm road. So this is kind of new and fun. It's always nice to get out and do new things, explore new options in life. And yeah, maybe this is one of them. It's not too bad. I've ridden down these roads on my road bike, and you know, the cars, they do go by fast, but they're few and far between. So I might get my bike back out and start doing that soon. But I will say this: if you plan on doing a YouTube channel and you know, you want to film outside because maybe it feels weird in your office, or you got kids and they're loud, and you do good walking and talking. I see a lot of YouTubers doing that, and there's a few YouTubers that have blown up doing this, just walking and talking, whether it's vlogging or whether it's some sort of type of content, whatever it is. I will say that I think that outdoor filming in the fall, when you have these blue sky days, and it's like a temperate temperature, that's the way to go, guys. I started last fall. It'll be almost a year coming, I think October 12th or something like that. Man, those first few videos are just cringeworthy, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of them, but you know what? You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, and you got to grow, right? That's what a lot of the YouTube gurus say. Oh, you got to grow on YouTube, and that's part of it. Is you got to grow, learn your style, learn what you want to talk about, what's your vibe. You know, your vibe could be positive, it could be negative Nancy, whatever it is, you know. So that's been on my mind a little bit. 1 year on YouTube, I think it's a pretty big accomplishment, continuing the process, sticking with it, being consistent. These are all things you got to do in anything you do, whether it's YouTube or whether it's building software, something in your job. You got to be consistent, guys. That's the key. Man, isn't this so pretty? I love this cornfield. These things are so tall. Got the tassels way up there. You know, again, I didn't grow up near farms. I grew up in Waterford, Michigan, which is like a suburb of Metro Detroit. And I didn't see this stuff all the time. And now that I get to see it, I love it. Every single year when they plant the crops. Now, I will say, it kind of smells somewhat. You know, when they spread the manure around the fields, that does get annoying a little bit. But it's only for like a day or two, so it's not really a big deal. But this tree right here, when the corn's all down in the spring, this tree is absolutely gorgeous. It's got those pink flowers on it. It's just beautiful. Love it. Tell you what, man, Michigan, it's a beautiful state, guys. I mean, I know people complain about the winters here. They're really not that bad, to be honest. You got Lake Michigan sitting over here on the west side of the state, and that kind of protects Michigan from these bitter, you know, minus 20, minus 30 cold winds that we get from Canada. It does protect it, because if you drive to Wisconsin when you get those minus 20 days, you will feel the difference. It's like, you know, super dry and extremely cold. But in Michigan, it kind of dampers that super cold weather, and so it's more of a moist winter in general. So, you know, the most we get down to is probably like minus 10, and it's only for like maybe a week when it gets that cold. For the most part, it's probably 30, between 20 and 30 degrees. And yes, it does snow. It's one of those things in Michigan. What else? So, I'm always waiting on these cars. They're so loud. I'm gonna cross the street here. You're supposed to walk on the left side of the road, you know, so that cars can kind of see you and go around you, and you can see them too. I don't like walking on the right side. I was just doing that for the cornfield, because I like to show people where I'm from. And you know what? A lot of people don't see corn. They live in the cities, so it's kind of fun. Yeah, there's a couple of houses on this road that recently got built, and really nice little places, you know. It's kind of farm country, brand new. Probably got nice upgraded countertops and all that stuff. I got some nice countertops in my kitchen. They're granite, but they're kind of dated. I like that modern, clean, kind of white look. With what is it called? Not granite, quartz. I'd love to have quartz countertops other than granite, but you know, I can't complain. I'm very fortunate to live where I live and to have what I have, and that's what we got to be appreciative of every day. Whatever you have, you know, be appreciative of it, because there's probably someone else in the world that doesn't have it, you know. But I was gonna say, you know, I did a reaction to one of these red pill, resentful type of content. It didn't do too well. It totally flopped. And, you know, I had a couple comments recently on some wholesome videos that I did that just made my day. So I think I'm going to stick to the wholesome content, to be honest. I don't want to get into the drama of the red pill, masculinity, resentful content. It is what it is. I think I'm just realizing that the YouTube algorithm is just going to push it, and there's not much I can do about it, you know. I think that if people find my channel, I don't need to even really talk about these content creators, because people will get the gist of like, hey, this is the values I'm preaching on this channel should probably make more sense than the quote unquote values on those other channels. So I'm just not even going to bother with it. It was kind of fun doing a reaction video, but it's not my style, you know, forget it. Again, I'm not going to exclude it out completely. If I do see something that's just way out there, then maybe I'll, you know, reconsider doing a reaction to it or talking about it. But I think for the most part, it's not worth my time. It's probably not worth your guys' time either, you know, talking about those type of channels. It's probably not worth it. So coming up on this orange tree, unfortunately I missed the peak of this tree. It is absolutely beautiful. I drive by it every day when I take my kids to school, and but it's still got some decent leaves on it. Surprisingly, it's kind of losing the leaves this early, the middle of September. But I'll show it to you guys, and then I can see the beautiful red tree up here. But I forgot to say, You know, I've been working from home for maybe it's 15 years now. And I kind of regret the fact that I was such a hard worker that I never spent like much time going on walks and keeping myself healthy. Not to say that I'm not healthy, but I think it would have been a little bit better if I could have at least went on consistent walks or runs or whatever. You know, as you get to 45, you start to realize that exercise is extremely important. So I'm kind of playing catch up in a sense with the YouTube channel and walking more often. You know, you guys see me walking in the woods. I got to walk a ways to get there. But yeah, here's this tree. It still looks pretty decent. It's not too bad. It's kind of browning up, but it was kind of like a deep, dark orange, which every time I drove by, it's beautiful. But yeah, this other red tree is not too far from here. And I'll get over to it. Oh, yeah, this is so cool over here. I love these farms. I just love seeing farms. Something about it. Maybe my dream is to own a farm someday. I know my daughter, she loves horses. And, you know, maybe I could buy a small farm someday. Not that I would ever get into what I'm seeing over here. I don't want to cross, there's a car coming. But yeah, look at out over here. They got the sprinklers on. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like, you know, farm sprinklers running. It's kind of an interesting thing. My kids love to see it. It's like, hey, they want to run in them, you know? There we go. I'll come over here. I don't want to get hit. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's real pretty. Oh, here's this tree coming up. I'll turn you guys this way. That's so bright, that sun back there. But yeah, I gotta go on longer walks, maybe. Just kind of keep, and that's the thing, like I'm 45 now, you really gotta keep up with exercise. Even just walking is really all you need to do. I can't run because my knees kind of bum. But I do have a road bike. Both tires are flat, and I really need to get that thing tuned up again and start riding again. But here's this tree, man. This thing is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. That sun is way in my eye. Just can't even see. Oh, there it is. Check that out. Move over here so I can see the camera. Woo! But yeah, look at that. That is beautiful. I'd love to have one of those in my yard, but you gotta have, in order to get that color, like the sun has to hit it a decent amount in the fall. When you get these clear blue sky days, you get these colors like this on some of these trees, if there's enough sun hitting it. I don't know how that works. Something with like the sugars. Sugars in the leaves or something, how the sun hits it. I'm not exactly sure. You guys tell me if you're plant people. But yeah, what a great day. Yeah, I've got some decent amount of content ideas now. I went to this AI conference this week, and man, I wrote notes and notes and notes and just different phrases that these Google engineers were giving out, and it was like gold nuggets. Gold nugget here, gold nugget there, and I gotta put it all together and try to give like kind of an organized take for you guys and for my company, for that matter. Everyone who's a white collar worker, you guys are gonna have to learn this stuff. You're gonna kind of have to be a pseudo coder, okay? And obviously your experience with ChatGPT is going to help. You got to know how to prompt in general, but this is more than just simple prompts now. This is kind of like pseudo coding and having these AI agents run your business. That is what Google is trying to accomplish. Same thing with Amazon, AWS, and same thing with Microsoft Azure. So, I gotta figure out some good video topics. Maybe I'll do maybe do like AI Wednesdays. That would be kind of interesting, AI Wednesdays. I've got Friday for the Friday ticker, Those aren't doing super hot as far as views, but I like doing them. I like to educate people. And when my kids, grow up, they can just click on the Friday ticker playlist and just binge whatever they need to learn for the stock market. Maybe the same thing should apply to the AI market, the AI agents market, okay? Because that's what this is, this whole agents thing. If you haven't heard of it, well, you're gonna hear about it now on my channel, okay? So yeah, maybe we do AI Wednesday. We'll see. Okay, now I'm also considering, it's kind of a weird but interesting thing. Maybe it's not weird, but I've got all these home movies that are digitized. My brother digitized them years ago, and they were filmed on an 8mm camera on real film. I think my mom still has the original film and an 8mm camera that can project the reels on a wall, essentially. I think my grandpa, here's what happened. My grandpa, he would play these 8mm projections on the wall. He would take his VCR recorder camera and recorded them. So we transferred from 8mm to VCR, or VHS. And then my brother took those and he digitized them all. So I have them all digitally, all these old home movies from when I was a baby, up through my adult years, young adult years mostly, and then everything went digital. So I've got all these, and I went through a bunch of them, and I'm considering on Thursdays doing like a throwback Thursday day, because apparently these old home movies, there's like a nostalgia kind of fad going on, trend, whatever you want to call it, or just people who want to see the old times. I get that, I look back on them and, you obviously kind of get a little teary-eyed and emotional because, it was your life, but you look at it and no one is looking at a phone. No one. It was a beautiful time. It really was. And maybe that's what people want to see, and they want to live that life. That's something to look forward to, Maybe we need to get on schedules with these phones. I'm going to keep coming back to these damn phones and have schedules in your life where you use them and where you never use them. Maybe that's what we need to do. I don't know. But maybe Throwback Thursday is a fun time to kind of just reminisce, think about those old times. Maybe it inspires people to get out their old home movies if they have them, right? And to, get your content for your own life together. Because a lot of times people just throw these things in the bin or the box. They're up in the attic, and then you never even look at them. Maybe you never even converted your old 8mm film footage to VHS and then to digital. And I know that there's you can go online, you can upscale from like an HD resolution to or not from HD, from a standard def to HD. Like, I think that would work pretty decent for YouTube. We'll see. I might play around with that this week just to kind of give some people some good inspiration. I got a comment from one of my subscribers. I'm subscribed to him as well. He's got a great YouTube channel. I posted about him. It's like Blue Ridge Haze, I think his channel is called. And he was like, thank you for posting this video of my kids writing a couple letters to me. And I read the letters, and that's just what people need, guys. Like, I sometimes feel guilty, like when I rant, I'll go on about Tesla or AI, or maybe a little bit of politics with Donald Trump, whatever. I sometimes feel bad. I feel like I'm just adding to the negativity in YouTube sometimes. I know that it's not like a super negative video, but you know, it's a little harsh and a little serious. And but I guess that's my personality. I think I'm more of a serious person in general, and I want people to do well, and so I'm getting serious. I'm like, guys, get on AI and all that stuff. That's just me being serious. Maybe it's not negative. Maybe it's a little bit of fear, you know, that I'm instilling in people when it comes to AI. But it's the reality. I even got a comment the other day where a guy said, yep, people need to pay attention to what's happening. And that conference yesterday pretty much was in agreement with myself and with that commenter. So, but yeah, this has been a long, good walk, man. Just a beautiful fall day. Guys, go out and walk, you know, get your headphones on if you want to. If you want to listen to YouTube, that's cool. Get the YouTube Premium, I definitely recommend that. Or go without the phone or the headphones and just listen to the dogs barking or the crickets chirping, the birds, all that stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna end it here. I know it was a long walk. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the scenery, the red trees, the fall trees, and you know, I'm sure in the next probably 2 weeks-ish, we'll start to see more of that fall change. And I'll try to find a spot and do another vlog or another whatever AI talk, whatever it is. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below of my Throwback Thursday idea. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. Also, do you think AI Wednesdays would be a cool challenge for me to do videos on AI? I think I got enough there to probably do videos for weeks on end, not to mention how AI is gonna keep changing. So there could be a lot of content ideas for that. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think, if you enjoyed this video. And if you guys could like and subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, take a look at my previous video. And everyone have a great day. Later.